So if you look in your bulletin, you see that I've entitled the message I want to share with you this evening, A Conspiracy of Love. You know, I love our candlelighting service. There's something absolutely magical to me at the end when the room is dark and we begin the process of lighting the candles, and how just one lit candle shared by others can transform a darkened room into absolutely beautiful, warm, glowing, bright light. And you know, we do our candlelighting service very much in honor of and in recognition of Jesus' statement of all of us, when he said that we are the light of the world, and that we were to let our light shine, that we were not to dim it, we were not to hide it, we weren't to put it under a bushel, but we were in fact to light it so that the whole world would see. And I think about that each and every Christmas candlelighting service and other times throughout the year as well. Well, how do we let our light shine as bright as it possibly can? We know that the light indwells us, but how do we let that light shine as bright as it possibly can? And I really think it comes down to something very simple to speak about, but something that really requires that we continue to grow and practice in it, and that is love. If you think about it, when someone is in love, they radiate, don't they? Their eyes sparkle, there's an energy about them, whether it is the love of a puppy or a kitten, or the love that you feel for your significant other, or the love of looking out at a beautiful sunset or a magical starry sky. There's a twinkling, there's a radiance of light that comes from within us. We didn't put the light there. All we can do is choose to either let it shine more brightly or to keep it from shining as brightly as it can. I came across this statement from Hamilton Wright maybe as I was preparing this message, and I'd not heard it before this year. Hamilton Wright wrote, "Blessed is the season which engages the whole world in a conspiracy of love." We usually think of conspiracy as something negative, but what if every single one of us in this room decided that we were going to work together in a conspiracy of love, wherever we are, with whomever we are sharing time and space with, and I do mean anyone, everywhere, anywhere, if we were to commit ourselves to being in a conspiracy of love. It is in loving that our light shines brighter and brighter. You know, in Christianity, there is a tendency to forget some very important things. And one of the important things that I think sometimes gets lost or forgotten in Christianity is that before there were worshipers of Jesus, there were followers of Jesus. And if you have been in metaphysics for any length of time, you know that it's far easier to worship than it is to follow. To follow means that we are choosing to live our lives in a very particular kind of way in relationship to one another, which is really fundamentally in a relationship of oneness to one another, in a relationship of inclusion to one another, in a relationship of love to one another. What is also often forgotten is that long before there were places called churches with creeds and dogmas and rules, there were gatherings, small, intimate gatherings of people, very much like us today, although probably not quite as large as this, small gatherings of people that got together to kind of wrestle with, I imagine, this man's teachings and try to make them work in their lives in much the same way that I think you and I are invited today to try to apply the spiritual principles of oneness and love and kindness and compassion in difficult circumstances. So I want to share with you a few ideas on how we might conspire to live more from love. And the first is that I would say, let us conspire to speak from love.
Thanks for listening. Sunday services at 9 and 11 a.m. Inclusivity. It's worth the drive. Subscribe to our podcasts and download our free app for instant access to a wealth of spiritual teachings, services, and events.